Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So as you can tell by the title, this is like a travel makeup bag, tips and tricks, and how to pack your makeup. And yeah, so if you know that you're going somewhere and you have some time to pack, why don't the best thing that I've learned, and I've learned it here off of YouTube, and it was, I can't really remember who it was that kind of gave this tip out, but the best thing to do is to pack your makeup before, like a couple days, even like a week before you go, and just kind of use your makeup out of that bag. And then when you forget something that you realize something's not in your bag, you can just throw it in there, and then just when you're ready to leave, you just use your makeup out of that bag that morning, pack it up and go. So I'm going to show you what is actually in here, so you will see it as I put it on today. So I have my brushes in this bag, some mascaras, liners in this bag, and then lip stuff and primers and stuff in this bag. Now one of the tips is when you are traveling, especially like on a plane or something, and then like my better show you this, my foundation and concealer are in the top pocket. So one of the tips is that if you are traveling or on a plane or like long distance and you can't really check your products, or it's not like a short, my hair's nuts, and it's not like a short trip or something, then if products do explode or whatever, then it only gets on the products that it's around. So all of my powder products are together. There is some washcloths underneath them to give them some kind of padding, and then I put the other stuff on top of it because that could kind of help give padding, I guess. And then my foundation and concealer are separate because foundation is normally the one that will explode. So that means that if it does explode, then it's only going to get on itself and the concealer, and I'm fine like using it. Like I'm fine, you know, that's less cleanup, and like no powder products get ruined because concealer or foundation has gotten in them. So this bag is a Mary Kay bag. I'm not really sure. Oh, this is a Mary Kay bag. I've had it for a long time. Like a long time. I can't really remember, but it's been a long time. Oh, I forgot to pack this. And then also what I'm going to bring is this little sponge. And this is really nice. I just kind of put it in a little Ziploc bag because then it touches nothing and then it's fine. And then I can wash it and just be ready to go. So that is what's in this bag. If you really want to see how I apply this makeup and any more tips on it, go ahead and stay tuned. Bye! I have this makeup bag. It's rather large, and then I have the 3 Ipsy bags. So this is the one that I'm going to use to put the brushes in, and then this is going to be for like odds and ends, maybe like skincare or like whatever. I haven't really decided yet, but obviously you may have seen already. So let's just kind of jump into it. I have kind of some stuff laid out here on the table to try first for my, like, I guess skincare, but that's like a separate thing in a different container. But I'm gonna bring my moisturizer and this number 7 face and neck serum. So, but for this, I'm just going to transfer it to like a smaller container. These are just like some little jars, like things I got off Amazon. So, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna use my Estee Lauder Matte Perfecting Primer. I haven't been using this for a while, but I've been liking it for certain areas because I feel like it helps things last a lot longer than just like a regular primer. Some primers kind of do effects that are just like blurring. This one, I feel it kind of makes the longevity. Especially if you're oily, maybe try this. I'm not oily, but with the way that the weather is and just making your skin look great, I'm gonna put this on, and it's like a deluxe sample. So I will just put this in the bag alone. I have 2 washcloths. One's like a really soft one for like your face. This is actually a baby washcloth. that's a pretty good trick. Well, I've only learned it since I've had kids. And then just a regular old washcloth. So I know hotels normally have washcloths, but sometimes they're not. They're really kind of scratchy depending on where you are. So I just bring my own. And not that I've done a lot of traveling, but just over the time of like, you know, I mean, you only have to travel so many times to kind of learn things. So I am going to bring, for pretty much everything, I'm just going to bring this like kind of concealer beauty blender. This is the regular size, and then I'm just gonna bring this one because I bring the purple one, the tiny one, because it's really easy to wash and stuff, and I really just need it for like a little bit. I'm not trying to do like full glam coverage, but I still want to look presentable and like I'm ready to have some fun. So I'm going to use my Super Stay Better Skin foundation and I'm just going to apply it in certain areas that I need coverage, and then just kind of take what's ever left and just blend it through. And I will put this, it's a pump and a lid, and it's almost gone, so I'm not like too worried about it if anything happens to it. Not like I'm going on a plane or anything. I feel like if you are flying, there are certain things to pack on your carry-on, and I think your makeup is one thing. That's why you shouldn't ever travel with a lot of makeup. It's not like you could bring your whole collection with you anyway. I think I like the Fit Me a lot better, but I'm going on trying to go cruelty-free with makeup, and I'm not gonna repurchase that one ever again, but I've been finding a lot of cruelty-free makeup that's amazing. It's kind of, I mean, but I've been finding a lot more drugstore brands are cruelty-free, more than you would think, so. Okay, so I just did that. It was really rather quick because I'm not trying to go mega full coverage, but obviously if you wanted to go more coverage, and depending on how many days you're going to be gone, you can bring a bigger beauty blender, but I'm not like super keen on that. But I'm going to conceal right now. I know I haven't done my shadow yet, but I'm going to do that anyway. So I'm going to bring the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the brightening one, just because I did not want to go full coverage, but I do want to have some waked up happy eyes. So I will just place that in the regular bin. And I may not end up using all the bags that I use, but I know that I am going to use the one bag for my brushes. I just haven't gotten there yet, as you can see. It's almost like I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone with just bringing this little tiny sponge. So I'm going to set my my concealer real quick. This is just a quick step that I like to do because I like to set it as soon as I put it down instead of just letting it sit there. And I'm just using this e.l.f. powder. And placing some on my lid. This is just one of the Wish brushes that I have. It's nice because it fits inside of this bag. It's nice and without getting smashed. It's nice and in there. Alright. So for my brows, I'm not going to do anything with them. I've already plucked them and everything. And so I'm just going to bring my NYX Control Freak brow gel and then just do gel and not put any product through them other than gel. Because, not to brag or anything, but I already have pretty prominent brows, so I'm not like super looking to make them. So I'm gonna put this in here, and I can go with like my mascara and my liner and stuff like that in there. So I'm gonna go on to my shadow. The shadow palette I kind of pulled out to use is the Tarte Dream Big palette. That's what it looks like. It's got some mattes in there and some fun colors to play with. And then I'm also going to bring this Laura Geller Baked eyeshadow doer in Fine Wines. It's really, really cute. It's kind of got it's 2 matte colors, so I'm just like adding 2 more mattes to this palette. So first I'm going to take the You Can color from the Tarte, actually. So I'm going to take that color and I'm just going to place it on the lid into the brow bone. And you would be surprised at how many brushes and how the length is. So this is the e.l.f. crease brush, and it fits in here like almost just perfectly. So I'm going to take the Laura Geller palette and I'm going to take this darker shade. And just work this color through the crease. Like really just blend it. I kind of went in a little bit strong on the first one. I'm just trying to bring like minimal shadow, but this one's really nice because the mirror is quite large, so we can use it. Let's see. Right, now I'm gonna take the Tarte palette and go for this brown. It's called Go For It, and I'm gonna take them on kind of a bigger crease brush. And place this on the outer corner and blend it through. The purple shade was kind of just like I would say more of a maroon shade. Just kind of the brown to darken up the crease to add some definition, and then we will go from there. So I'm gonna go around the edges and blend them out because I just feel like sometimes when I blend it just gets so crazy on the out. So I think that's good with that. So right now I use just 2 eye brushes, so that's good. Trying to keep it minimal, I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild brush and I'm gonna dip into the cream shade and go on the brow bone to help blend things down. And then I think I'm going to dip into the gold color that's in here and put that on the lid, and I think that we will call it a look. So I'm going to take the gold shade right here and place that all over the lid. You could go in with some setting spray or water on your brush, but I'm just really kind of trying to make it, oh, there's my phone. I'm really just gonna try to make it easy but still look like awesome. You know what I mean? Like quick glam. I don't really know. My camera's beeping at me. Like it's a nice gold in a sense. Like it's not like super power. Like I would say like Amber Lights really. That's like kind of something I can compare it to. But it's not like, I don't know. It's nice because it's not crazy in your face, but it's not bad either. So I'm going to take a brown liner. This is like one of my favorites and it's really tiny. Up here, it's my e.l.f. It's my Wet n Wild Pro line. So I'm going to do this real quick because it's really hard to do it on camera, and I'll be right back. So I went and I applied my mascara as well. This is the this is the Flower Warrior Lash, or Lash Warrior. I'm not really sure exactly how I feel about it yet. The first time I used it, I thought it was flaking, but I also used a kind of flaky gel liner, so I'm not really sure. So I'm trying it out and I'm giving it a chance because I haven't tried any mascara from Flower again ever. And then I also used this Bella Pierre Volumizing Mascara for my bottom lashes. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about either of these. I'm gonna bring them both with me in my travel sessions only. And then I put this Jordana 12-hour made to last liquid liner pencil in the shade Espresso, and then this Wet n Wild Pro line. So those are all in this bag. So far, how many brushes I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brushes. One of them I used to set my under eye, and then the other 4 I used to do my eye makeup. So let's move on to face makeup. I'm going to set my face with the rest. I'm going to set with powder the Wet n Wild the e.l.f. powder, and then just this kabuki brush. I'm just gonna buff this powder, kind of help smooth everything out. Wet n Wild contour palette. I haven't used it in quite some time. This is in the one called Caramel Toffee. I'm gonna take this shade right here on a e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. That looks pretty good. So I'm gonna take the lighter shade on the one side. The more I've used these marble brushes, the more I love them. They're so incredibly soft. Like, just phenomenally soft. So I'm gonna leave those two face brushes that I did. So for blush, I'm gonna bring two different ones. But the one I'm gonna use today is from Laura Geller, and it is the baked blush in a mauve mocha latte. It's kind of just looks like a nice blush. So I'm gonna blend this here, and I'm gonna use the same brush that I used earlier. This Laura Mercier highlighter in highlighter 1. Radiance Baked Powder Highlight from Laura Mercier. I'm using a lot of Laura stuff from somebody named Laura. Such a pretty highlight. Like, I watched somebody's video and they were like, they said why they didn't like to highlight, and they're like, is it gonna be one of those things that we look back on? I'm like, why was our face so shiny? Right now, to me, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna regret this ever. But you never know. You never know what you might regret. I'm going to take a little tiny, this is like a fluffy angle brush. It's not really great for anything, so I'm going to use it to highlight my inner corner with this. But anyway, going back to the highlighter thing, if you have been, from what I've learned with makeup, they've been trying to highlight people's faces for many years. So they've just come up with like powders to do it, like illuminating powders. So part with my brushes, what I have in here is, I have this brush from Crown Brush from a Glam Bag, and it's kind of, I didn't use this today, but one of the brushes that I did use won't fit in here, so I'm just swapping it out. I've got my kabuki. I've got the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. And I've got the Mineral Powder Brush from e.l.f. So I've got 4 face brushes. And being too aggressive. Oh, I have another face brush. It's the Wish one. That's the marble. Got that one. So 5 face brushes, and 1, 2, 5, 6 brushes. So I have 11 brushes total, and these are eye brushes. This is the one I used to set my under eye, so kind of maybe a face brush, maybe evened it out. And then a crease brush, the angled brush, a shadow brush, another shadow brush, and another crease brush. So I got that many, 11 brushes total. It's fitting in this little bag. And just a kind of fun fact, when I was in the hospital, when I was packing my hospital bag with when I was ready to have my second son, I packed every makeup product and brush in this tiny bag. Because I was in the hospital, I didn't care if I looked like I was ready to go walk down the runway. I just had a baby. But it was enough to make me look really presentable for pictures, so I think it's a win-win. So for my lips, I'm most likely just going to bring one of my e.l.f. like, I'll put the name of them here because I can't remember what they are. But these are like the ones that are like the they are activated with the warmth. So I'm thinking I'm gonna bring the pink and the purple one just for options, really. I'm gonna wear the purple one today just to show you, but mix them. I just like them because they're really actually moisturizing. And they give a color, and it's a really pretty color, and it's like a stain. I'm gonna put the pink on too. I like the effect that it gives. And then it just doesn't look like I'm wearing a lot, and then they are transfer, but after a while they're just like a stain on your lips. So I'm gonna put those in this bag, which has an under eye primer in it already, and then I'm gonna put those in there, and then I will put my serum in here, and then my moisturizer once they're ready. But so far we can go over what we've put in here. We're going to recap what is in the bag. So I have the 3 bags that I said I was going to put in them. This is the one with the brushes we already looked in. This is the one that has my lip products in it, my under eye primer, and then my moisturizers. The only reason I put the under eye primer in here is because I like to put it on like before I put like my regular primer on, so that it's like my under eyes are like super moisturizing, and it's like super great because I'm like super. I just have to emphasize that. And then in this bag I have the brow gel, the 2 mascaras, and the 2 liners. And then here, alright, so here is what it looks like. I have my foundation and my concealer, the brushes, the pink bag, and then the black and white bag, and then everything else is like underneath it. Let's see if I can show you without things falling out. So that's everything in there. Yes, this is a makeup bag, and yes, it's been used, and yes, it has staining. So you can throw makeup bags in the washing machine, just FYI, and you can spot treat them. I would just run them on a gentle cycle because just wear and tear, they can get kind of messy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if it was like super helpful for you to like pack a bag. It's Monday right now, and I'm not doing anything like this until the weekend, so I just thought before everything was crazy I would show you what I would do, especially now that I have 2 kids. It's like different to pack things. You kind of have to pack for them and pack for you and everything. When I lived in Colorado with my husband, we would kind of come home to Utah. We would come and drive all the way back to Utah on just like a spur of the moment weekend thing. So I learned how to kind of pack pretty quickly. So I would just kind of bring like the littlest, miniest amount of makeup, and sometimes I would, after a while, I kind of just had a makeup bag just ready to go, whatever. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.